for the content. This is not even mac and cheese. This is something completely different. All right, today we're making mac and cheese my way. I'm not making a regular mac and cheese. I'm gonna make something a little bit different. So as you can see, we've got plenty of ingredients out here. We're using our house-made cavatelli pasta, smoked pork belly. We're gonna use a little bit of dried thyme, my secret ingredient, tahini, a little white pepper. We've got a bunch of different cheese we're gonna use. We've got cheddar cheese, a little American cheese, a little bit of mascarpone. This is a 3-cheese blend. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's bel paese, which is this really smooth, creamy Italian cheese. It's got a little bit of pepper jack. It's got a little bit of sharp white cheddar. We're just gonna do everything that we always do. I'm gonna make mac and cheese and then build as much flavor into it as we possibly can. So to get started, we're gonna start to sweat some garlic and shallots. I'm just gonna cut them up a little bit. I don't want chunks in my mac and cheese when I'm done, so I'm actually gonna blend it in a Vitamix blender here. So I'm gonna add shallots, some fresh garlic in there, and then to get a nice kind of a puree out of it, we're just gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just as much as we need to kind of liquefy it. We don't really need too much. Got a pot here. It's cold, I just turned the heat on, so we're gonna add this puree to the bottom. Now, the first step is gonna be just sweating all of this garlic and shallot, getting that aroma to come out and kind of sweetening it up a little bit, almost a little bit of caramelization. Not too much though, just a little bit. So this is mac and cheese with some flavor. This is not your typical Kraft mac and cheese. There's gonna be a lot of really cool stuff going on in here. So I always like to add seasonings as soon as possible. So we got a little dry thyme here. Our secret here, tahini, a nice fat pinch of that, pinch of white pepper, and then a little bit of salt. All right, so now we're starting to develop those flavors. We're gonna build a roux on top of this to make a bechamel. In goes butter. Gonna melt that and let that continue to sweat and make amazing flavor. Next, we're gonna add our flour. Flour is just gonna provide a thickener for the milk when we put it in. I always like to cook my roux for at least 5 or 10 minutes, because what you're doing is you're toasting the flour. You're also caramelizing the garlic and shallots that are in there right now, and you're just adding more flavor. You can see it's getting a little bit darker as time goes. And all that's doing is just adding more depth of flavor. You don't want to do it a little bit at a time, you want to do all at once. Let's see what that does. We've got a whole smoked pork belly. From the chimichanga video, I used the same birria dry rub that I did on this. So this is almost like a birria smoked pork belly. After we smoked this for 12 hours, and this has already been chilled, but you can see that it's very nice and tender. All that meat's perfectly cooked, and the fat's rendered out just enough so it's gonna be beautiful when we eat it. So the best way to do with this is I'm gonna slice it. I'm gonna make some long slices here, nice thick slices. And then this is just gonna be a nice garnish on top of our mac and cheese when we're done. It's almost like a Southwest mac and cheese you can think of. Let's just cut them into little bites like this. Pork belly has so much fat in it, I don't even put any oil in the pan. My saute pan's cold right now. I'm just gonna cook this, kinda get a nice little sear on it in here, and we'll just kinda slowly cook that a little bit. So here's our pork belly in a saute pan. I'm just gonna put that on the heat and let that start to sizzle a little bit. More of that fat's gonna render out of there, and we're gonna get a nice, beautiful, crispy, golden brown crust on there. We got all that beautiful sear in there. We're gonna add our cheese into our seasoned bechamel here. So we have mascarpone. It's gonna give it a nice creamy texture. We're gonna add our 3-cheese blend in here. Just gonna put a few slices of sliced cheddar in here. And then our American cheese, which is also gonna help us give it that nice, beautiful texture at the end. You don't really wanna boil cheese or cheese sauce too much because it'll curdle. So I think I'm just gonna let the heat that's in here melt the cheese and let it all come together. There we go. You get the cheesiness activating. This is fresh pasta. Takes maybe 3-4 minutes to cook. We're gonna make sure it's pretty well cooked for this because, like I said, when it goes in there, it's gonna suck all the water out of the sauce and you're gonna get that dry mac and cheese that nobody likes. So we want ours to be nice and saucy. So if we let the pasta fully hydrate when we cook it the first time, it's not gonna suck too much water out of the sauce later. All right, fully cooked, fresh cavatelli pasta. We're gonna add our sauce to it until we think we got enough. You always want more sauce than you think you need because you want mac and cheese has gotta be cheesy, right? Give that a nice mix. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I think we got some mac and cheese here, but we're not done yet. We got the pork belly. Oh yeah, look at that saucy goodness. Now we've got seared pork belly we're gonna put right on top. You've had bacon mac and cheese, but I don't think you've had smoked pork belly mac and cheese. Some more of our cheese blend on top. Set just a little bit of cheddar cheese on top. And now we're gonna bake this. Smoked pork belly mac and cheese, look at that. Oh, I smell the cheese and the smoked pork belly. It's like, if you've ever had mac and cheese and bacon, it's kind of like that, but way, way better. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, ho, ho. See how you got the perfect amount of sauce for the pasta? This is no dry mac and cheese here. Put some chives, a little tahini. And this is a little bit of guajillo dust, a little kind of like a chili powder. It's not too spicy, it's a little smoky. For those of you watching your calories and counting your macros, just don't worry about it. Yep, don't want to eat that. Definitely don't want to eat that. All right, one last thing to do. Let's give it a try. I want to get cheese and the pork belly. There's no reason to be shy with this for the content. This is not even mac and cheese. This is something completely different. That is the best flavor. You got the creaminess, you can taste the sharpness from the cheddar, hint of lime from the tahini, and then the smokiness from the pork belly. That is out of this world. There you go. Best mac and cheese. My style, mac and cheese.